art affects society. Art, a broad subject in of itself. We see it everywhere we go, within buildings, food, clothing stores, music, and even within each other's appearances. I would like to talk to you today about how art affects society. For many years, we've had artists create realism, surrealism, feelings, and even fear. Through their works, we see their views on topics such as men, women, politics, racism, and even religion. There are many pieces out there that can change the public's and individuals' views every day. Some well known for these perspectives are Leonardo da Vinci, Banksy, Artemisia Gentileschi, and Emily Cole. Those are just to name a few. Their history, arts, and minds have helped people think differently, not only for their time, but even today. Here are a couple of works that can help change someone's mind on how they are perceived. An example of a Jackson Pollock painting. If you can see that, there we go. That I had made while I was in high school. And then we, of course, have The Starry Night. And The Wave. All these pieces can be used to provide different views. And we see that in many pieces today within music as well as within comic arts. If we look at some comic arts, whenever an election is coming up, we will see many character artists depicting both sides of an argument. An artist that I would like to talk about, a few artists that I would like to talk about, that have changed society is, well, for one, this artist has many famous paintings, a couple being The Last Supper and the Mona Lisa, as well as for some of his inventions. Leonardo da Vinci. He had many different talents, from painting, science, to even a military architect. So, in which ways did he change society? Some of his works within the field of science have helped civilization move forward. For example, his developed role in embryology, the study of the fetus. We were better able to understand the woman's uterus and how a fetus develops within the womb from his depictions. Another interesting fact is he helped further neuroscience by being the first person ever to pith a frog. Pithing being the act of shoving a metal rod within the subject's brain, whether they be alive or recently deceased. His polymath of interests has helped many to think beyond their capabilities. Another person, Artemisia Gentileschi, an Italian painter who I probably botched the name of. She is well known for going against the odds of her time, being the most sought after artist, even though she is a woman. Her Baroque style of biblical and mythological authoritative women depicts them as in power and the killer of men. Baroque being more dark and scary. Many women today are piqued with their story and the strength behind her paintings. As seen in Judith and Holofernes and Judith and her maidservant, many depict that Judith is more of a self-portrait to Artemisia, as a recollection of the disturbing events when her father's colleague, Augustina Tassi, raped her. These paintings of her suffering led her to be seen as a strong idol for women, today as one of the many women artists of that time that did not get the proper recognition that they had deserved. Don't even get me started on Emily Cole. We have modern animated movies and cartoons today thanks to him. Because of his first traditional animation film in 1908, his Phantasmagoria, which is known to be the earliest form of animation to this day. This animation, the first of many for its time, has helped artists even today. We have so many jobs for animation studios today than we ever did back in the 30s or 50s. We have animation studios like Ghibli, Disney, and even Pixar. Movies, shows, and shorts that not only give us entertainment and teach us lessons to young children, but also move our hearts as well. I would like for you to think back to a time in which a movie, a song, or a picture made you think back to a personal experience or a feeling. This is how most people will perceive many things in life, by thinking to a time in which we can relate to something that we see, hear, or are being told. Through this, our minds can be changed, such as the story of the Beauty and the Beast. It has been told many times throughout history, and each time it tells the same lessons. That simple act of kindness can make the biggest difference, and to never judge a book by its cover. All of these artists come from different times within history, and with each one we learn, adapt, and are moved forward towards being better, not only just for ourselves, but as a society. Even by just looking at artists of our history, we see what hardships they had gone through and what they have to say about those very same hardships through their works. These artists have changed society and inspire many artists today to do the same as them. And I am done.